Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into the world of one of America's most legendary coins, the Liberty Quarter Dollar. United States sparkles. If you love rare coins, hidden treasures, and coins that could be worth far more than 25 cents, then this video is just for you. Today, we're counting down the top 5 most valuable Liberty Quarter Dollar coins that collectors are searching for right now. Starting with this stunning Barber quarter, known for its classic Liberty portrait and historic charm. Some rare dates of this beauty have sold for thousands of dollars. Next, we move to the iconic Standing Liberty Quarter, a masterpiece of American coin artistry. With its bold Liberty design and rare early dates, this coin is a dream for serious collectors. The 1990 Liberty Quarter Dollar coin you are talking about is officially known as the Washington Quarter, because the design features President George Washington on the front, not the Standing Liberty design that ended decades earlier. Many people believe there is a secret 1990 silver Liberty quarter worth millions, but the truth is more realistic and very important to understand before anyone gets too excited. The 1990 quarter made for everyday circulation at the Philadelphia Mint was struck in a copper-nickel clad composition, not silver, and millions upon millions were produced. The obverse of the 1990 Washington quarter shows the familiar left-facing portrait of George Washington with the word Liberty above his head and In God We Trust beside him. On the reverse, you'll see the American eagle with outstretched wings, arrows in its talons, and olive branches below. This classic eagle reverse was used until 1998, just before the state quarters program began. Because this design was common for decades, most 1990 quarters you find in pocket change today are worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, where excitement begins is in the condition and rare mint errors. A 1990 quarter in ordinary circulated condition is not rare at all. But if you happen to find one in pristine, uncirculated condition graded MS 67 or higher by a professional grading service, it can be worth significantly more than face value. In top condition, some examples may sell for tens or even a few $100s depending on appeal and demand. That is a big difference from 25 cents, but it is still far from millions. There is also confusion about silver. In 1990, the U.S. Mint did produce special 90% silver-proof quarters, but these were not regular Philadelphia circulation coins. They were part of special proof sets struck in San Francisco. A 1990 silver-proof quarter in perfect deep cameo condition can sell for a higher premium, sometimes $10 to $20 or more, depending on grading. But again, these are collectible premiums, not life-changing million-dollar treasures. Some collectors dream about dramatic mint errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, broad strikes, or wrong planchet errors. If a genuine 1990 quarter were accidentally struck on a silver planchet intended for another coin, that would be extremely rare and potentially very valuable. Unique, dramatic mint errors can sometimes sell for thousands of dollars. But such pieces are extraordinarily uncommon and must be authenticated by reputable grading companies to confirm their legitimacy. It is important to understand that no verified record exists of a regular 1990 Washington quarter selling for millions of dollars. The coins that reach million-dollar levels in the U.S. coin market are typically historic rarities from the 1700s or 1800s, ultra-low mintage coins, or famous error pieces with documented history. A standard 1990 quarter simply does not fall into that category under normal circumstances. That said, coin collecting is still powerful. A high-grade, flawless 1990 quarter preserved from the day it was minted could be a desirable modern collectible. The difference between a worn coin and a gem-quality coin is dramatic. Luster, sharp details, and clean surfaces all matter. Collectors pay premiums for perfection, especially in modern coins where truly flawless examples are harder to find than people assume. If you believe you have an unusual 1990 quarter, examine it carefully. Check the mint mark P. Look for doubling in the lettering, inspect the rim for errors, and weigh the coin if possible. A standard clad quarter should weigh about 5.67 grams. A significant weight difference might indicate a wrong planchet error. But never assume it is rare. without professional verification. The idea that one common 1990 P quarter could instantly make someone a billionaire overnight is more fantasy than fact. While rare coins absolutely can change financial situations, realistic expectations protect collectors from disappointment. Knowledge is your strongest tool. Understanding mintage numbers, composition, condition grading, and genuine rarity will guide you far better than viral rumors. In conclusion, the 1990 P. Washington quarter is a classic and collectible modern U.S. coin, but in most cases it is worth only face value unless it is in exceptional condition or has a rare mint error. It does not normally carry unimaginable million-dollar value. Still, every coin has a story, and careful collecting can build wealth slowly over time. The real treasure is not just in the metal, it is in the knowledge, patience, and passion of the collector who understands what they truly have.
When people hear the words 1979 Liberty Quarter, their imagination immediately starts racing with dreams of hidden treasure. But here's the truth you absolutely need to understand first. There was no regular Liberty Quarter minted in 1979 for circulation. The classic Washington quarter design was already in use during that year, and it featured George Washington on the obverse, not the older standing Liberty design. That simple fact alone separates reality from rumor and protects collectors from costly mistakes driven by viral hype. The legendary Liberty design most collectors admire actually belongs to the standing Liberty quarter, minted between 1916 and 1930. Those coins, especially in high grades or rare dates like 1916, can indeed be worth thousands or even more at major auctions. But they were never produced in 1979. So if someone is claiming a 1979 Liberty quarter is worth millions just because of the word Liberty, that claim simply does not align with U.S. mint history. Now let's talk about the 1979 quarters that truly exist. In that year, the U.S. Mint produced Washington quarters at Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. These were standard copper-nickel clad coins, not silver. Regular circulated examples are worth face value, 25 cents. Even in brilliant uncirculated condition, most 1979 quarters sell for only a few dollars. That may not sound dramatic, but it's the honest market reality. However, the story changes slightly when we discuss proof coins. The United States Mint struck special proof quarters in San Francisco for collectors. Some of these proof coins were made in 40% silver as part of special sets. In pristine, graded condition, especially with deep cameo contrast, values can climb into higher ranges. But even then, we are talking about hundreds of dollars in exceptional cases, not millions. So where do the million-dollar dreams come from? In rare circumstances, coins become extraordinarily valuable due to dramatic mint errors. A wrong planchet strike, a major off-metal error, or a one-of-a-kind production mistake could potentially push a coin's value far beyond normal expectations. If, for example, a 1979 quarter were somehow struck on a silver planchet not intended for that year, professionally authenticated, and graded at the highest level, collectors could compete aggressively for it. Yet such cases are extraordinarily rare and heavily verified. Another factor that fuels fortune stories is condition. In coin collecting, grade is everything. A coin graded MS 67 or higher by a respected third-party grading service can command exponentially higher prices than the same coin in circulated shape. Tiny differences in luster, strike sharpness, and surface preservation can mean the difference between $1 and hundreds of dollars. But again, this is about condition rarity, not magical hidden millions in every pocket. It's also important to understand the silver question clearly. Standard 1979 circulation quarters are not silver. The U.S. stopped making regular silver quarters for circulation after 1964. Any claim that an ordinary 1979 P quarter is automatically silver and worth millions is simply incorrect. Only specific collector proof issues contain silver, and those were sold directly in sets. The real power of coin collecting is not fantasy, it's knowledge. When collectors educate themselves about mint marks, metal composition, mintage numbers, and grading standards, they protect their money and sometimes uncover genuine treasures. The excitement should come from careful research, magnified inspection, and professional authentication, not from viral promises of overnight billionaire status. That said, coins absolutely can change fortunes, but only in rare, documented, and authenticated circumstances. History proves that unique error coins and ultra-rare early issues have reached staggering auction prices. But these are exceptions, not the rule. Believing every 1979 quarter is a hidden jackpot can lead to disappointment or even scams. So if you have a 1979 quarter with a P mint mark, don't rush to spend it, but don't expect instant millions either. Examine it carefully. Look for unusual weight, off-metal appearance, striking errors, or extraordinary condition. If something truly looks different, have it evaluated by a professional grading service. In coin collecting, dreams are powered by facts, and facts are what truly build fortunes, not myths. When people hear the words Liberty Quarter, their imagination instantly travels to shining silver coins carrying the proud image of Lady Liberty. But when we talk about a 1993 quarter with a P mint mark, we are actually speaking about a modern issue from the long-running Washington Quarter series, struck at the United States Mint Facility in Philadelphia Mint. This coin does not feature the classic standing Liberty design. Instead, it carries a familiar portrait of George Washington on the front. That detail alone changes the entire story from fantasy to fact. The 1993 P quarter was made for everyday use. It was produced in very large numbers, intended to pass from hand to hand in stores, markets, and banks. Unlike older silver quarters minted before 1965, this coin is made from a copper core with a nickel outer layer. That means it contains no silver at all. So the idea that it is a rare silver treasure automatically worth millions simply does not match reality. Its metal value is just its face value, 25 cents. Now, could a 1993 P quarter ever be worth more than face value? Yes, but only under very specific conditions. Coins are in absolutely pristine, uncirculated condition, graded at the very highest mint state levels, can sell for more to serious collectors. Even then, we're usually talking about tens or perhaps a few $100s in exceptional cases, not millions. The value comes from condition and rarity in top grade, not from the date alone. There's also the possibility of mint errors. Occasionally, coins leave the mint with striking mistakes, off-center designs, double strikes, or wrong planchets. If a 1993 P quarter were discovered with dramatic and verified mint error, that could raise its value significantly. But even dramatic modern errors rarely cross into the life-changing millionaire category. They may bring strong collector interest, yet they remain within realistic numismatic price ranges. Some online stories promise overnight billion-dollar transformations, claiming certain modern quarters have unimaginable worth. These stories are designed to excite and grab attention. In truth, the coin market is built on supply, demand, documented rarity, and condition. The 1993 P quarter is not a key date in the series, nor is it a low mintage issue. It is a common circulating coin that millions of people still have in drawers, jars, and wallets. If you truly want a Liberty-themed quarter with strong silver value, you would need to look much earlier in history at pre-1965 issues when quarters were struck in 90% silver. Even then, most are worth their silver content plus a collector premium, unless they are rare dates in superb condition. Modern clad quarters like the 1993 P simply do not carry that precious metal advantage. That said, every coin still carries historical value in a different sense. A 1993 P quarter represents America in the early 1990s, a snapshot of economic life, technology, and national identity at that time. For young collectors just starting out, even common coins can spark curiosity and passion. Sometimes a real fortune is not measured in millions, but in knowledge and enjoyment gained from a hobby. If you believe you have an extraordinary example, perhaps perfectly preserved straight from an original mint roll, it can be wise to have it evaluated by a reputable coin grading service. Professional grading can confirm authenticity and condition, which directly affect value. Without professional verification, bold claims of massive worth remain just that, claims. The dream of finding a coin that changes your life overnight is powerful and exciting. It fuels treasure hunts through pocket change and keeps collectors searching. But when it comes to a 1993 P quarter, realistic expectations are important. Its true power is not in turning someone into a billionaire overnight, but in teaching the fundamentals of coin collecting. Research, patience, condition awareness, and market understanding. So before holding on to a 1993 P quarter believing it hides unimaginable silver riches, understand what it truly is, a common copper-nickel-clad coin from the Washington Quarter series. It may not transform your fortune overnight, but it can still be the beginning of a fascinating journey into numismatics, where knowledge, not myths, is the real treasure. When people hear the words Liberty Quarter, their imagination often runs straight to hidden treasure, secret vaults, and overnight riches. But when we talk specifically about a 1982 quarter with a P mint mark, we are actually referring to a coin from the famous Washington Quarter series, struck at the Philadelphia Mint. In 1982, these quarters were not made of silver at all. They were composed of a copper core with a nickel outer layer. That simple fact alone shatters the myth of a standard 1982 P quarter being a secret silver millionaire maker. Yet, the story does not end there. Because in the world of coin collecting, value is not only about silver content. It is about rarity, condition, and extraordinary mistakes. The year 1982 is important in U.S. coin history because it marked a period when official mint sets were not produced for collectors. That means fewer high-quality, carefully preserved coins from that year entered the market. While millions in 1982 P quarters were made for circulation, finding one in pristine, untouched condition today is surprisingly difficult. Coins that escape scratches, wear, and damage can command strong premiums among collectors. However, strong premium does not automatically mean millions of dollars. It means hundreds or, in exceptional grading cases, possibly a few thousand. The real excitement around a 1982 P quarter begins when we talk about condition. In everyday circulated shape, this coin is worth face value, 25 cents. But if a coin survives in near-perfect mint state condition, graded at the very top levels by professional grading services, its value can climb dramatically compared to ordinary examples. Collectors pay for perfection. A flawless surface, blazing luster, and sharp details on George Washington's hair. And the eagle's feathers can transform a common coin into a collectible prize. Still, even top-condition coins rarely reach life-changing amounts. Now, let's address the powerful myth of a silver 1982 P Liberty Quarter. Regular circulation strikes from 1982 were not silver. The only way a 1982 quarter would contain silver is if it were part of a special proof issue struck in San Francisco, not Philadelphia. So if someone claims to have a standard 1982 P silver quarter worth millions, that claim demands serious verification. Testing the weight, checking the edge for a solid silver color instead of a copper stripe, and consulting a professional would be essential steps. Without those features, it is almost certainly clad, not silver. Where true fortune can appear is in rare mint errors. If a 1982 P quarter was struck off-center, on the wrong metal planchet, double-struck, or missing a mint mark in an unusual verified way, collectors may compete aggressively for it. Dramatic errors can push values into thousands or tens of thousands depending on uniqueness and demand. These are the coins that create headlines, but they are extremely rare. The average 1982 P quarter in a pocket or jar does not carry that destiny. Some rumors claim that a hidden 1982 P quarter could make someone a billionaire overnight. Realistically, no verified public sale supports that claim. The coin market is passionate but grounded in documented sales, auction records, and collector demand. Even the rarest modern quarters have not crossed into million-dollar territory under normal circumstances. Coins that reach millions tend to be historic rarities from the 18th or 19th centuries with tiny surviving populations. A modern 1982 P quarter simply does not fit that profile. That said, the emotional power of coin collecting should not be underestimated. A single coin can spark curiosity, historical interest, and even a profitable hobby. A sharply preserved 1982 P quarter graded at the highest mint state levels can sell for impressive sums compared to its 25-cent face value. While it may not buy a mansion, it can certainly outperform expectations if it is truly exceptional. The key is knowledge, authentication, and realistic valuation. If you believe you have a special example, the smartest move is not to sell it quickly to the first buyer offering a small premium. Instead, have it evaluated by a reputable coin dealer or third-party grading service. Authentication protects you from being misled, and professional grading establishes market trust. Collectors pay more when a coin's quality and authenticity are verified. Patience and proper valuation are far more powerful than hype. It is also important to separate the word liberty from confusion. Earlier quarters, like the Standing Liberty design, ended in 1930, long before 1982. By 1982, the design featured George Washington, not the classic Liberty figure. So while many people call all older U.S. coins Liberty coins, the 1982 P quarter belongs to a different design era entirely. Understanding this historical detail helps prevent unrealistic expectations about rarity and composition. In the end, the 1982 P quarter is not a secret silver jackpot waiting to turn someone into a billionaire overnight. It is a modern coin with potential collectible value only under special circumstances, exceptional condition, or dramatic mint error. If you have one, treasure it as part of American coin history. Examine it carefully, and seek professional advice before making decisions. Knowledge is a true fortune in coin collecting, and that is what transforms curiosity into confidence.